Hello all, welcome to Nishma's Edu Launch. Today we will be discussing about journal entries part 2. If you have not watched the part 1 video, please watch and come back. So let's get started. Here I have given some of the transactions for the month of July 2022. So today we will be discussing about the journal entries with the format. You don't need to draw up all those tables that we have seen in the last class. You only need to concentrate on journal entries. Okay, so I will just read out the transactions for you. Transactions I have provided here date July, and you can count it like 1 to July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, so on. Okay, so on 1st July the transaction made was sold goods to Google rupees 75,000. Second, purchased goods from YM Traders Limited on credit rupees 30,000. Next one, purchased furniture rupees 8,000. Received cash from Arun, a debtor, rupees 5,000. Borrowed money from Raju, a creditor, rupees 2,000. Sixth one, introduced additional capital by check, rupees 40,000. Withdrew for personal use, rupees 5,000. Purchased machinery from RK Limited, rupees 45,000. And last one, rent received, rupees 10,000. Now we will be discussing the journal entries. I have selected some of the random journal entries. So let's look at them. First transaction here is sold goods to Google rupees 75,000. So here you should look here carefully. Can you tell me which are the two accounts involved here? So first one, you know it's sales, sold goods. So you know it's sales. Now you can also see that there is no word cash mentioned here. Okay, instead of cash, what is present here? The buyer's name is mentioned here. What is his name? Google. So how you will write? Here it is clear that since there is no word cash used here, it is clear that it is a credit sale. Okay, it's a credit sale. How can you understand it's a credit sale? Because there is no word cash used here. If cash was said, you could have made an assumption that it is a cash sale, and you could have passed that journal entry. But since there is no cash here, it's clear that it's a credit sale. So how you will write the journal entry? You will have to write the person who is buying the goods. Okay, first. So who is buying here? Google. So how you will write? Here. First of all, you have to fill the date column. These are the columns or the format that you should follow while writing journal entry. You should give the heading journal. Here I have given journal because I am not writing in a particular person's book. If you are writing the journal entries in a particular person's book, for example, say X, Mr. X. If you are writing like that, you should write in the books of Mr. X. Okay, so here I have just given the heading as journal. And first of all, you should fill the date column. How you will fill? This 2022, right? So I'll write 2022 July. July, which is the date here I have given first. Again, you can put the date and you can continue. Okay, so on 1st July, what is the transaction made? Goods were sold to Google. So Google is the receiver. So what you will do? Debit the receiver. Google account. Towards the right hand side margin, you will write debtor. Okay, this means that this account is debited. Then what is the credit aspect? Sales. You are selling goods to Google. So you will write to sales. What is the amount here? 75,000. So I will write 75,000 in the debit column against Google's account, which is debited, and here in the credit column I will write 75,000 against sales. And the next step is to write a narration. Something you can write anything short and sweet. So here I will write credit sale. Credit sale, and you can close it. Okay, then the next thing you have to do is just draw a line like this. Okay, after each journal entry you should draw a line like this. Okay, this is the first transaction. Now let us look at the second transaction. That is purchased goods from YM Traders Limited on credit rupees 30,000. Here again you have made a purchase. Okay, you have made a purchase and they have already said in the question that it is credit. You bought the goods from whom? YM Traders for credit. Okay, you have not paid the money. From that word itself it is clear you have not paid the money. And you know that it is a purchase. Purchase goods. So it's a purchase. So what did you do? When you are purchasing, your goods come in. So purchase account will be debited. Here, which is the date here? 2. I am writing 2. I have already written here 2022 July. So you can just put the dates and go on. Okay, so which is the account to be debited? Purchase. Purchase. When you purchase good, you simply say it as purchase. Okay, purchase account, you are going to debit it. Purchase account debtor 2. From whom are you purchasing the goods for credit? From whom? YM Traders. So I'll write to YM Traders. Traders Limited. Okay, so it's limited. Okay. What is the amount of purchase? 30,000. So I'll write 30,000 in the debit column. Against the account that I have debited, I am writing 30,000. Now, which account is credited? YM Traders Limited is credited. So, opposite of that, I'll write here 30,000. Okay. Then, you can write a small narration, that is credit purchase. Credit purchase. You close it and just draw a line like this. Okay. That is the second transaction. So, you have done first one and second one. Now let us look at the third one. Third one is purchased furniture. So you are purchasing furniture. Here you must note that cash, the word cash is also not used, and the trader from whom you are purchasing the furniture is also not used. So how can you do? So you can assume that you have purchased the furniture for cash. Okay, what are the conditions I have told you? There is no word cash used, but also the trader's name is also not mentioned. So you can conclude that you have paid cash for the purchase of furniture. So which will be the accounts involved? First one is furniture and next will be cash account. Okay, so how can you write the journal entry? You are purchasing furniture. So furniture is coming in. Fill the date column. Okay, fill the date column, then furniture is coming in. Or in case of furniture, you can write the assets, any other assets if you are purchasing, you can write that asset's name. Here I have purchased furniture, so you can write furniture itself. Furniture. Furniture account. You are debiting it. Debit what comes in, real account rule. So, you will debit it. Then, 2. What is going out from your hand? Cash. Cash is going out from your bank. So, hand. So, you will write it as cash account. Okay, what is the amount of purchase? 8,000. So, I will write 8,000 here in the debit column against furniture and 8,000 here against cash account. You can simultaneously use cash or bank account, no problem. Okay, so you have completed the third entry. Now, narration. Narration, how can you write? Purchased furniture for cash. Purchased furniture for cash. Something small. Okay. So these are the first 3 journal entries. Then let me rub this and I will continue with the 4th one. Okay. So our next transaction is 4th one. 4th one is received cash from Arun, a debtor. Okay, so you are receiving cash from Arun, who is your debtor. So which are the accounts involved? First one is cash and second one is Arun. He is a debtor. Okay, let it be. And you are receiving rupees 5,000. So what will be the accounts? Which are the accounts involved? Arun and cash. Okay, so now analyze the transaction. You are receiving cash. So cash is coming in. So how will you write? First the date. Cash is coming in. So you will debit the cash account. Cash account debtor. 2. Who is giving you the money? Who is giving you the money? Arun is giving you the money. So to Arun's account. Arun's account. How much rupees you are receiving from Arun? It is 5,000. So you will write 5,000 here. And here also. Against Arun's account. Okay, you will write received cash from Arun. Okay, something short I have written there. Then, so that is fourth entry. Now fifth entry. Okay, fifth entry, borrowed money from Raju, a creditor, rupees 2,000. You are again borrowing money from your creditor, who is Mr. Raju. Okay, so you borrowed money. That means cash account and Raju's account is involved here. Okay, so cash account will be debited again. First you should fill the date column. And you can write cash. Cash account debtor 2. Who is the giver? Raju is the giver. So you should credit the giver's account. So Raju will be credited to Raju's account. How much is the amount of transaction? 2,000. So you will write 2,000 here and 2,000 here. Okay, what will be the narration? Borrowed money from Raju. Borrowed money from Raju. Okay, that will be the narration. That will do. Now, we have finished the fifth one. Now let us look at the sixth one. Introduced additional capital by check. Now this is a bit confusing one, but it's easy to understand. Just listen carefully. That is, you have introduced additional capital. So you know that first account will be capital account. You have brought in capital. Now, by check, you have introduced additional capital through check. So what will be the accounts involved? If you have bought in cash, you could have written as cash. But here you have produced a check. So what will be that? Bank account. Instead of cash, you can write bank. So it's facilitated through bank account. So you will write bank. So you can write it as sixth one. Six is the date. So I'll write 6 here. Then you can write bank. Instead of cash, you're bringing in check. So you can write bank account. Okay, bank account debtor 2, which is the account to be credited capital. Capital is a liability. It is increasing. Your from the point of view of business, your liability is increasing. Capital is a liability. So you will write capital account. Capital account. How much is the amount brought in? 40,000. So I will write 40,000 in the debit column against bank and 40,000 against capital in the credit column. So this is the sixth heading. Now narration. Additional capital brought in. Okay, this is the narration that I am providing. Okay, now let us look at the, so you have done with the sixth one, and now we are going to look at the seventh transaction. For that I am rubbing this. Okay, so next one is seventh one, withdrew for personal use. Okay, you are withdrawing cash from business for personal use. So what will be the journal entry? For personal use, if you are withdrawing money, it is known as drawings. Okay, so you can write it there. It is drawings. If the owner of the business is withdrawing money from business for personal use, it is known as drawings. Okay, drawings. Please note that. Drawings. So, from the point of view of business, if a person is withdrawing money, it is known as drawings, and drawings is having debit balance. Okay, it is like, it's considered as like an expense or decrease in the liability of business. So you will debit the drawings account. Okay, so you can debit the drawings account here. First of all, date 7th of July, and you are debiting your drawings account. Okay, drawings account, debtor, 2, you're withdrawing cash. You're withdrawing cash. Withdrew for personal use. There is no word cash mentioned here, but still you consider it as cash. Cash is withdrawn. Okay, so you write it as cash here. Okay, cash. And how much is the amount withdrawn? 5,000. So you write here 5,000 and here 5,000. You can write drawings. Or you can write withdrawn for personal use itself. Withdrew cash for personal use. You can write it like that and you can close it. Now we are done with the 7th entry. Now let us look at the 8th entry. That is purchased machinery from RK Limited rupees 45,000. Again you are purchasing an asset and you are purchasing it from RK Limited. Okay, so the account involved will be machinery and RK Limited. Here also there is no word cash mentioned here. So you assume it as a credit purchase of machinery. Okay, it's a credit purchase of asset. Okay, you have made a credit purchase of asset. So how will be the entry? Machinery you're purchasing now, so machinery is coming in. So it's 8th of July. Machinery you're purchasing machinery. So machinery account debtor to whom? RK Limited. You're purchasing the asset from RK Limited. So you'll write RK Limited. RK Limited. How much is the amount of purchase? 45,000. So you'll write here 45,000. 45,000. And what will be the narration? And you can write credit purchase of machinery. It's not necessary to write narration like this itself. You can write it in your own words. Okay, so that is that. Now let us move on to the final transaction, that is rent received. You have received rent in the form of cash. Okay, so what will be the accounts involved? Rent and cash account. You are receiving cash. So you will here also cash is not mentioned, but you assume it as you received rent in the form of cash. Unless it is specified, it's received in check, you can assume it as cash itself. Okay, no problem if you write bank also. You can use cash and bank simultaneously, but for your better understanding, I am taking cash for now. Okay, so 9th of July. 9th of July, what is the transaction? Rent is received. So analyze. Cash is coming into business. So you will debit the cash account. Cash account debtor to, you received what? Rent. Rent is an income. Remember the nominal account rule, credit all incomes and gains. So here rent received is an income, so I will credit it. Rent. You should write rent received itself, okay? Because you can pay rent as well as you can receive rent. So you should write rent received itself. Okay, so what is the amount? 10,000. So I will write 10,000 here. The debit column and the credit column. What can you write as a narration? Rent received itself. Okay, rent received. So these are the typical types of journal entries that you may come across. So in this session, I have taught you how to write journal entry with the format. What is the format? Date, particulars. Particulars is the column where you write the journal entries. Then you have a ledger folio. I forgot to explain that. Ledger folio, in practice, when you're studying, it is this column is left blank, but you should provide it for the purpose of format. So ledger folio, actually it is to note down the number of the ledger account appearing in the books of ledger. So you should, if you're if you are practicing as an accountant, you can write the number here looking at the ledger book. But for now you don't have such a kind of book, you don't record it like that, so this column is left blank. Okay, and you have a debit column and credit column to record the amounts as per the aspects of the transaction. Okay, so this is it. I hope this session was helpful for all of you. Thank you.